I started abusing drugs and alcohol at a young age. I never imagined my life would be negatively impacted the way it has been. I have a loving family that is supportive of my recovery, but they don't know what more that they can do to help me. I have been doing this for so long, I truly know no other way of living. I am afraid. I'm helpless. I am an addict. Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 123, Section 35 permits courts to involuntarily commit someone whose alcohol or drug use puts themselves or others at risk. Such a commitment can lead to an inpatient treatment for a period of up to 90 days. Under the law, the individual can be committed to a licensed treatment facility or, if none is available, to a separate unit at the correctional facility in Bridgewater for men or Framingham for women. In 2006, a new system of care for women was established by the legislature, the Women's Addiction Treatment Center, WATC, located in New Bedford. WATC is located at 108 North Front Street in New Bedford. The Men's Addiction Treatment Center, MATC, was established in Brockton soon after in 2008. MATC is located at 10 Meadowbrook Road in Brockton. This is the story of the Women's Addiction Treatment Center. All female patients civilly committed to WATC are transported by the county sheriff from various district courts throughout the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The majority of admissions arrive after the courts have closed and may be expected anytime throughout the evening. Experienced intake staff greet patients as they enter the facility. They approach the admission process with both warmth and empathy. Patients are monitored to see if immediate emergency medical services may be required. Urinalysis is requested to determine potential substances of abuse and assist in the safest medical protocol for detox. Patients shower and are given both clean clothing and footwear while on the detox unit. The Women's Addiction Treatment Center has 3 levels of care, licensed by the Massachusetts Department of Public Health. ATS, Acute Treatment Services, also known as Detox, CSS, Clinical Support Services, and TSS, Transitional Support Services. The ATS unit has 24 beds. It is staffed with a medical director, a nurse manager, RNs, LPNs, a clinical director, clinicians, and direct care staff, also known as recovery specialists. All WATC admissions are given a health assessment by a qualified nurse, after which they receive a physical examination by the doctor. This assures the proper detox protocol can begin and any initial medical or psychiatric concerns can be addressed. Patients are assigned a primary clinician on ATS. If proper consent is granted, families are contacted by the WATC staff. Communication with the family is important to reassure them that their loved one is doing well and receiving individualized treatment. This is also helpful for gathering information such as the past history of medical issues, psychiatric concerns, or future discharge plans that may assist the WATC staff in providing the best treatment possible for a patient. Patients are required to attend psychoeducational groups and meet with a primary clinician one-on-one daily once they are medically stable. The average length of stay on detox is typically 5 to 7 days. After patients complete their detox, they are referred to the CSS level of care. Depending on the needs of the patient, they are transferred to either a 42-bed unit, Tranquility Inn, or a smaller 16-bed unit. Each room has 4 beds and a desk. Patients have bureaus for clothing storage and a bulletin board to hang letters and pictures. Rooms are kept simple and neat. On CSS, patients are allowed to have their clothes, 3 sets, and families can bring clothing to WATC during specified drop-off hours. CSS is staffed with a psychiatrist, a psychiatric nurse, a clinical director, clinicians, RNs, LPNs, family clinicians, aftercare coordinators, and recovery specialists. This group of professionals make up the treatment team. Treatment is individualized, as are the goals which are established by both the patient and the clinical staff. Aftercare options, discharge dates, and eventual placement are also based on the individual. Patients with a psychiatric history or current diagnoses are seen by WATC's registered nurse clinical specialist or the director of psychiatric services. Primary clinicians can also advocate for a psychiatric consult if certain signs and symptoms of an underlying co-occurring disorder may be present. Weekly trainings on the treatment of various substance abuse and mental health-related disorders are regularly provided to all interested staff. Treatment on CSS consists of one-on-one counseling with experienced and caring staff. Most clinicians are master's or bachelor's level, and many are licensed as an LMHC, LICSW, LADC, or KDAC. All clinicians embrace the model of trauma-informed treatment to ensure patients are treated with both dignity and respect. Compassionate staff address concerns that patients may have regarding domestic violence and abusive relationships. The group process is an important aspect of treatment on CSS. Therapeutic, psychoeducational, activity-based, and peer-led groups are consistently facilitated on a daily basis. Specialized topics include relapse prevention, art sand therapy, spirituality, and living with grief. A successful component of the WATC has been the family program. Staff at the facility strongly advocate the involvement of supportive family members in treatment. Once patients give proper consent, families are contacted and asked to participate in a family session with their loved one. Phone sessions, conference calls, and Skype are also available for those family members who are unable to travel to the WATC. Concerns such as effective communication, realistic goals for the patient, aftercare plans, and supports and referrals for family members are discussed in family sessions. In addition, family clinicians also hold a monthly family education forum, which is open to the public. Families are able to learn more about the Section 35 process, the WATC program, as well as other supports and services available in the community. If patients are motivated for residential treatment, such as a halfway house, sober house, or a group home placement, aftercare coordinators will assist them with the referral process and arrange interview appointments. This process typically begins while patients are on CSS, continuing on the TSS unit. There, patients will engage in a psychoeducational program of recovery while they wait for an available bed in a residential program, chosen by the patient and approved by members of the treatment team. TSS patients have more privileges because they are transitioning to further long-term treatment, and many of them have fulfilled the obligations of their civil commitment. Vehicles and qualified drivers are available to transport TSS patients to outside AA and NA meetings, volunteer opportunities in the community, as well as outside endeavors that are both educational and entertaining. The Transportation Department also shuttles WATC patients to required court appearances, approved medical and dental appointments, as well as interviews for residential placement. Seven nights a week, an outside AA or NA commitment comes to the WATC. Members of the recovery community share their history of addiction, experience, and strength and hope with the patients of WATC. Attendance is encouraged, and giving back is a theme that is strongly supported in recovery and through the fellowship. TSS patients are motivated. They have made sacrifices and are committed to waiting for residential placement. Therefore, they have earned certain privileges, and it is outside recreation they request. With each passing day, they feel stronger and more confident in their ongoing recovery. Most patients come to WATC undernourished. There is a nutritionist on staff who not only monitors the menu for proper nutrition, but also consults with patients who may have special dietary needs. The Director of Dietary Services oversees the quality, freshness, presentation, and portions of meals to assure all patients are well fed. All units have refrigerators and are well stocked with juices, milk, water, and snacks. At the Women's Addiction Treatment Center, we take pride in the services we provide. Patients are treated with respect and dignity as women. Women who seek safety, support, and guidance from a team of caring professionals who are here to provide it.
I came to the Women's Addiction Treatment Center. I was sick, tired, dirty, and hopeless. I was at my lowest point, but I sought recovery and knew the only way it would be possible for me was to be locked up. When I got here, I immediately felt welcome. It was the first time I had experienced compassion in treatment. Everyone, from the maintenance crew to the clinical director, is always there with a smile or some much-needed insight. I was surprised to find out that many of the employees also have the disease of addiction and are in recovery, and honestly, nothing has ever given me more hope. To see addicts like me staying sober and loving their lives every day was truly a life-changing experience, and I need to thank every one of them. The staff keeps you focused and busy, which is something I didn't know how to do myself. The daily groups really gave me more knowledge, which is something I definitely need to succeed in recovery. The treatment I received here was wonderful, if you take advantage of it. I am so thankful to have had this experience and can truly credit WATC and the people here for playing a big role in the fact that I am alive, sober, happy, and hopeful today. I was able to take time for myself, begin thinking clearly, and make the right decisions. 35 days was not enough for me, though. I now have over 2 months clean, and I'm voluntarily waiting at WATC, their TSS program, until a spot is available at a long-term treatment program. Thankfully, the Women's Addiction Treatment Center has taken care of all the big and the little things, so I've been able to truly get well. Thank you.